Hello there, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Cassie and this is Cass in Hand, a platform for individuals and entrepreneurs who are looking to level up their personal finance, take charge of their income, decrease their debts, and build wealth. Now, if you're one of those, please make sure you go down below and subscribe to my channel. So today we are talking about 3 money habits that keeps us poor. There's a lot of things that millennials of this generation do that hinders their ability to progress financially or experience financial freedom. Now, if we were to dive down deep into this list, you see that it's quite an extensive list. But I want to touch on these 3 most important habits that most of us, if we're able to change, would help us put our money right and do well with our finances. Now, the first thing that I want to touch on, the first habit that I want you to improve on, is the association that you have around you. Associating with the wrong crowd could lead you to make poor financial decisions that could end up harming you in the long process. Now, you're the average of the 5 people that you hang out with. So if you've got 5 people in the room that you think are dumb, I tell you, you are the 5th dumb one or the 6th dumb one, because people that you hang around determine how you spend your time or how you think or how you behave. Now, if you've got people around you who are constantly spending money extravagantly or using their money unwisely, going out whenever they want, buying expensive things, traveling unnecessarily, or even buying things that they don't have to buy, you sure as hell will be part of that process. You'll be doing the same thing because you'd want to keep up with your friends, and that ends up harming you. Hence, your network is your net worth. People you have around you will determine how much you'd have in your bank at the end of the month. Now, I don't care how disciplined you are or how money conscious you think you are or how strong in your behavior you think you are. Bad company corrupts good manners. The more you hang around the wrong people, the more they influence you badly. And so if you want to grow financially and ensure that you make better money choices, you have to make sure that you're hanging around people who understand financial freedom or people who want to have financial independence. There's a hashtag going on Instagram called the FIRE community. Now, these are people who want to be financially independent and retire early. Now, I assume if you're hanging around people like this, you'll be making better financial decisions, such as creating more financial avenues, making sure that you're staying out of debt, and making sure that you're putting your money to the right places. Now, think about this and think about the negative. People who don't want to do this, people who want to live life now, people who want to live their best life and do all those things that would make them happy right now. People who are not thinking about their next generation or thinking about their next 10 years ahead of them, or thinking about even putting their money to the right investments. You would end up choosing the same wrong decisions that you're making because you want to please them or you want to seem as though you are in hand with them. So make sure that in your quest to achieve financial freedom, you're walking around with the right crowd and choosing the right people to hang around you in terms of making financial decisions. You have so many friends with expensive taste. They buy the luxury things, they go to the best restaurant, they do all of these unnecessary things. And because they have expensive taste, you start to acquire the same taste as well. Now, do you want to look rich or actually be rich? There are a lot of your friends that you hang around whom you know are bad for you because they always want to do things to please the gram or even do things just to show on social media. Do you actually want to be part of that people or actually be rich in your finances and not just showing it off as though you are rich? There are a lot of people on Instagram and on social media who are showing luxury items that they may even have gone into debt for. And because you're following these people and you've made them your idols, your mentors, and your icons, you end up doing the same thing. So associating with the wrong crowd is not just the friends that you have around you, but even on your social media, the kind of people that you follow, the kind of influencers that you look at, their advertisement, the kind of people that you want to aspire to be like. All of these people influence your choices when it comes to your finances, and that is something that you want to take a look at as well. Another problematic area in this generation is time wasting. It affects finances badly and we have no idea how. This is because time is your greatest asset. Whatever you want to do, you have to do it in a particular time or in a set time. Now, most people would rather spend time entertaining themselves than educating themselves, especially during this pandemic where everyone is stuck at home. There are a lot of free courses, a lot of online courses available and at your disposal that you could have acquired or used your finances to purchase and learn more. But no, some of us have tended to shopping excessively, buying things on Amazon, playing games, catching up with friends on social media, which is obviously fine if you're not doing it excessively. Now, most of people have rather spent time catching up on seasons of telenovelas, of movies, of series that they want to catch up on, and have left little chance to checking their finances. This would have probably been the best time for you to save money because you're not going out often, you're in lockdown, you're not buying things. But no, most people have spent so much money in the month of July and August than they've ever spent even in January when they were going to work. Why? Because they're bored and they're not using their time wisely. Time lost can never be regained. If you want to do anything in your life right now, as a millennial, as a young adult, this is the time that you have to do. If you want to save money, the best time to do it is now. I tell you, most people who started investing in their 20s wish that they had started when they were 13 years old. And I believe the 13-year-olds would have wished that their parents had started for them right from the womb. I'm not joking. This is something very important. Once you begin to see the things that comes with, or the positives that comes with having your finances in order, I'm telling you, you would not look back. So make good use of your time right now and make sure that you're using your time wisely. Invest into some sort of hobby that will create you an income. Even if not just for your income, make sure that you're checking your finances and not wasting time unnecessarily on social media scrolling away, because that also leads to unnecessary purchases that would affect your finances as well. Now, the third thing that I want to talk about is income versus spending imbalance, which is when you start living paycheck to paycheck. That is one of the most common things of the millennials of this generation, myself included. We live from paycheck to paycheck. We're constantly waiting on our next income to come through or our next salary to come through, just because we've ended up squandering all the ones we earned before. And so we look forward to the next one. We end up in debt spirals because we rack up a lot of credit card debt because it's available to us. Why? Because we want to have the perks or even the points that it comes with and use them to travel or do things, and we end up racking up debt. What comes to mind with this particular issue is the Perkinsr's law. Now, Perkinsr's law is the principle that demand would always expand to consume all available resources. So in your spending habit, your spending desires will expand to consume all your available money, which is why the more people make, the more they spend, because as they begin to make more, they start to have expensive tastes. They start to want a bit more in life, and they start putting the money towards that. And that is where Perkinsr's law comes into effect. This is why most people, they probably, were managing their finances all right until they started earning more money. And so their demand started to increase and they ended up going into a debt spiral and entering into debt. Why? Because they think they have more now and so they can spend more. And because of that, they make poor financial decisions which affect them in the long run. Now, the best way to counteract that is to obviously budget your income or budget properly to ensure that your money is going to the right places. Or if you cannot budget or you think you can use your money as you please, then make sure you're creating more income streams, because that would help you counteract the one that you're spending and bring in more money, so that the more you earn, you can spend more and even gain extra in the end. So these are 3 areas that I think if we're able to change or able to make changes in, we can ensure that we make better financial decisions and put our money to the right use. I believe if you're able to do these things, you'll be able to excel through your financial freedom dreams. Make sure you comment down below which of these you're willing to change, and any additional advice that you'd like to give to anyone in the comment section that would love to. As usual, please make sure that you like this video, share with friends and family, leave a comment down below, and please subscribe to my channel. See you next week. Bye, guys.